Britney Spears was not reunited with Paul Soliz before her DUI arrest. Britney Spears' on again, off again boyfriend Paul Soliz is not loved by everyone in Britney's life, but he wasn't in her orbit before her DUI arrest. Sources familiar with the situation tell Teen Britney and Paul broke up months ago after issues bubbled to the surface that led to them mutually splitting up, and they haven't seen each other since. We're told Paul's dedication to his kids, while admirable, took away from the alone time Britney craved with him. Britney opened up her home to Paul's kids and tried to forge a relationship with them, but ultimately, she didn't feel like Paul's priority and the two parted ways. Sources tell us people around Britney also told her Paul wasn't a good guy, and she ultimately believed them. Britney's currently single and feeling alone, and our sources say she's just a very sweet woman who is traumatized by her past. The people around her are just thankful she didn't kill anyone in her alleged impaired driving incident. We broke the story. Britney was arrested for DUI late Wednesday night, and cops took her to the hospital to get her blood tested. We've learned Britney fired her sobriety coaches weeks before her arrest. Britney and Paul began their roller coaster relationship right after she split from Sam Asghari in 2023. The two were spotted on dates around Los Angeles, during which they often spent time with his children. In May 2024, the two got into a fight at the Chateau Marmont that ended with a barefoot and bare-chested Britney nearly leaving the hotel in an ambulance. It wasn't the first fight of its kind, we later learned from sources. After initially splitting in July 2024, they got back together in February 2025. We reported their final split just a couple months later, and we're told they haven't seen each other since. Basically, Paul might not be the best influence on Britney, but he wasn't in her life for this most recent incident. Britney Spears was not reunited with Paul Soliz before her DUI arrest. Fame has always been a double-edged sword. For every moment of celebration and admiration, there are moments of intense scrutiny that follow like a shadow. Few celebrities understand this reality more deeply than Britney Spears. Over the years, her life has been examined through headlines, speculation, and constant public curiosity. Recently, rumors swirled once again, this time involving speculation about a reunion with Paul Soliz before an alleged DUI arrest. Yet reports clarified that the two had not reunited prior to the incident. For many fans and observers, the story is less about a single event and more about the complicated relationship between celebrity, privacy, and public perception. Britney Spears rose to global fame at a remarkably young age. Her music, performances, and personality shaped pop culture for an entire generation. Songs filled dance floors around the world, and her presence dominated television, magazines, and early internet culture. But behind the bright lights and sold-out arenas was a young woman navigating immense pressure. The public rarely sees the quiet moments behind fame. What they see instead are fragments, photos, headlines, short clips, rumors that spread faster than truth. In that environment, narratives can form quickly, sometimes without complete context. The recent rumors surrounding Spears and Paul Soliz are a perfect example of how speculation can grow. Social media, celebrity blogs, and gossip forums began connecting dots that, according to reports, simply were not connected. The suggestion that the two had reunited before the DUI arrest became a talking point online, but sources close to the situation indicated otherwise. In the modern media landscape, stories often travel faster than verification. For Spears, whose life has long been discussed in public forums, this kind of speculation is not new. Over the years, she has faced intense media coverage that has sometimes overshadowed her achievements as an artist. Even small moments can become amplified when the person involved is a global pop icon. The rumor itself reflects something larger about celebrity culture. Fans and critics alike are drawn to personal narratives. Relationships, friendships, conflicts. These elements create stories that people follow almost like episodes of an ongoing series. But real lives are not scripted entertainment. Behind every headline is a human being navigating personal challenges, relationships, and the everyday complexities that everyone faces. The difference is that celebrities experience those moments under the relentless spotlight of public attention. Britney Spears has spent much of her career trying to reclaim control of her narrative. After years of legal battles, public debates, and intense scrutiny, she has repeatedly spoken about the importance of independence and personal freedom. That journey has resonated with millions of fans who grew up listening to her music and watching her evolution as both an artist and a person. Because of that history, any new headline involving Spears tends to attract massive attention. Supporters worry about her well-being. Critics analyze every move. Media outlets race to report the latest development. Yet the clarification that she had not reunited with Paul Soliz before the DUI arrest reminds us how easily stories can shift once accurate information emerges. Rumors often thrive in silence. When details are unclear, imagination fills the gaps. For Spears, maintaining boundaries between public life and private reality remains a constant challenge. Social media has given celebrities a direct voice, allowing them to speak to fans without traditional media filters. At the same time, it has created an environment where speculation spreads rapidly. A single post, photo, or comment can spark thousands of interpretations. Despite the noise, Spears continues to represent resilience to many of her fans. Her career has survived waves of criticism, personal struggles, and dramatic changes in the music industry. Through it all, her influence on pop culture remains undeniable. Her songs still echo through playlists and radio stations. Her performances continue to inspire new artists. Her story, complicated and deeply human, remains one of the most talked-about journeys in modern entertainment. The latest rumors involving Paul Soliz may fade as quickly as they appeared, replaced by the next headline in the fast-moving world of celebrity news. But they serve as a reminder of how fragile truth can be in an age driven by speed and attention. For readers and fans, perhaps the lesson is simple. Headlines are rarely the whole story. Behind every rumor is context. Behind every public figure is a private life. And behind every moment of controversy is a person trying to move forward, just like anyone else. Britney Spears has spent decades in the spotlight, navigating fame in ways few people could imagine. While speculation may continue, one fact remains clear. Her story is still being written, and it deserves to be understood with care rather than assumption.